Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you so dearly for always tuning in. I really appreciate. Today, the first time you are coming across us, so you are hearing this voice for the first time. We still remain Progress News, and we give you all the latest updates. Remember, in this platform, we react to all videos, and your opinion is highly needed. So sit back, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
I feel I should use today, being my birthday, to press further for his release. I have said much about his release. Many people have said much about his release. Notable Igbo leaders have clamored for his release. His release is important to us because it will bring to an end. It will reduce, even if it can't bring to an end the insecurity in the southeast, it will reduce drastically the insecurity in the southeast. Many leaders in the southeast have approached me to offer solutions. Some security agents have also approached me to know my mind. I told them that the release of Nnamdi Kanu is key to the solution to the problem of security challenges we have in the southeast. Because some of these people, some of these guys who are in the bush committing all sorts of atrocities, kidnapping and all that, believe they are doing it in the name of Nnamdi Kanu to be released, or for the purpose of Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Whether it is true or false, the release of Nnamdi Kanu will put an end to such allegations or to such claims. So, I'm happy. The other day I listened to the Vice President who said that they have decided of late to adopt the policy of stick and carrot approach in dealing with issues like this. I welcome the idea. That's the first time the government of Nigeria has said something meaningful in addressing the unrest occasioned by struggle for freedom in Nigeria. When I started the struggle in 1999, the authorities visited us with all manner of coercion, all manner of torture. They never considered carrot approach. Maybe they felt they could intimidate us, stop or bring to an end the struggle, but the struggle escalated. I'm happy now that they're realizing their mistakes and want to introduce the carrot approach. I welcome the carrot approach, and I want them to start it with the release of Nnamdi Kanu in the next 5 days. The judiciary is an arm of government, so I expect the federal government to use the judiciary, the Supreme Court, to release Nnamdi Kanu on the 15th of this month. It is for the interest of the public. It is for the interest of the Southeast and Nigeria as a whole. Because if a larger percentage of the populace demand that a certain thing should be done, it should be done for the interest of the populace. Being detained in prison or in custody, it's not for the well-being of our people. Because the majority of our people are clamoring for his release. That is why I want to say once again that the federal government, please, we plead that you hearken to our demand this time around and release him, grant him unconditional release, because detaining him or keeping him further is not to our own interest. It's not to the interest of the people of the Southeast, and it's not to the interest of the people of Nigeria. Some people import me, bringing all manner of things. Nnamdi Kanu said against me in the past. I don't care. That's not relevant now. And these people tend to forget that even before he started saying things against me, he was a loyal person to me. He was a loyal member to me. I enjoyed his loyalty. We try to juxtapose his negative statements to me and his positive side to me, not being one-sided. I've never asked anybody to pity me or to tell me what other people are saying about me. More than that, perhaps he watched and saw that for so many years I practiced non-violence. Nobody appreciated it. My people were being killed, harassed, intimidated, imprisoned. So many of my members were disillusioned that the system of non-violence was not working. So I don't blame anybody who tries to think beyond the box. A leader faces many challenges. If you ask me today if I can make some changes in things like the past, the answer is yes. If you ask me to start the struggle again today, I will change more than 50% of what I did in the past. So I believe that if Nnamdi Kanu is released today, on his own, he will make many changes to the things he may have done in the past. He may correct certain things he may have said in the past. We are all human beings. We are not God. That doesn't make mistakes. And most of the mistakes leaders make come from their followers. A leader does not do everything himself. Their followers push them to do that. Their followers do some of those things on behalf of the leaders. And the leader becomes the sacrificial lamb. So we must put into consideration all this when handling matters and when trying to tackle a situation. So I think the release of Nnamdi Kanu is very crucial to us now at this material time. That's why I want to do this video on his behalf. Thank you. Good morning from the city of Owerri. My name is Uwazuruike. I want to talk about what happened yesterday at the Supreme Court. I never expected the Supreme Court to release Nnamdi Kanu. It wasn't the place of the Supreme Court to release someone charged with treason and treasonable felony. That's the place of the president. The case is not between the Chief Justice of Nigeria and Nnamdi Kanu. The case is between the states and Nnamdi Kanu. And when you talk of the state, you talk of the president as the #1 citizen of Nigeria. There is no way the Supreme Court can release Nnamdi Kanu without the consent of the president, without the president authorizing it. It's impossible. It has never happened. During our own time, it wasn't the Supreme Court that released me. It wasn't the Supreme Court that released Asari Dukubo. It wasn't the Supreme Court that released the Federal Fashion. It wasn't the Supreme Court that released Gani Adams. So when has the Supreme Court come to play here? Why must it be Nnamdi Kanu now that the Supreme Court must release? Even if you go back to the era of Chief Abofemi Awolowo, was it the Supreme Court that released him? So why must, look at Sunday Igboho of yesterday, who was released from Benin Republic. Was it the Supreme Court that released him? Why must the Supreme Court release Nnamdi Kanu? People should stop deceiving us. The government should stop deceiving us. We are not children. The last video I made, I said that the Supreme Court is an arm of government. The federal government, the president can use the Supreme Court to release Nnamdi Kanu. He can release him on his own. But not to put it as if the Supreme Court doesn't release Nnamdi Kanu, then Nnamdi Kanu cannot be released. Nobody is expecting the Supreme Court to release him in the first place. We still expect the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu as Christmas gift to the Southeast. As they release Ndigbo, who is now enjoying with his family in, I think, Canada or Germany. They should release Nnamdi Kanu. What has the Supreme Court got to do with this? When you want to talk about insecurity in the Southeast, was it caused by Nnamdi Kanu alone? What about the sponsors? The politicians? Recently, President Bola Tinubu's official told us that they know the sponsors of insecurity, not only in the Southeast, but in the Northeast. Boko Haram. Where are these sponsors? Where are they? Where have you charged them to court? We are holding only Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu is the only person that is causing the insecurity in the Southeast. Is that what you want us to believe? He single-handedly conspired within himself alone, without any other person, sponsored it, started causing the insecurity in the Southeast, he alone. Don't deceive us, please. Don't deceive us. We still expect President Bola Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. He's the only person that can do it. To enjoy with his family. He's been there for close to 3 years now. What has he done? What has he done? Sunday Igboho is also clamoring for Yoruba Oduduwa Republic. Nnamdi Kanu is clamoring for Biafra Republic. So what's the difference here? This one, you asked him to proceed to his destination, Germany. And this one, you adopted him to Nigeria to come and face trial. The Supreme Court Ireland said that because, so though the process was irresponsible, but since he's in Nigeria, he should be tried. Oh, that was why you asked Ndigbo to go to Germany from the Republic. Who are you deceiving? Who are you really deceiving? Why are you not trying the sponsors of insecurity? Because you know that you play entangled. They are politicians. All of you are involved. Every time you come to tell us that you know those sponsoring insecurity, still we don't know them, and you cannot try them. Why? Because you are involved. Please release Nnamdi Kanu. Release him. Your hands are dirty, everybody. Your hands are dirty. I said it last time. When you are in government, the opposition will start doing all sorts of things to take power from you. They engage all these people criminally to destabilize you. By the time you are out, they come into office, all these people will face them. All these criminalities will face them. All these people you sponsor with arms and ammunition. By the time you occupy office, they will face you. You leave office, they will face the next people coming in. You are all involved. That's why you cannot bring those you say you know that are causing insecurity. Then you are projecting only one person, making him the scapegoat, as if he's the worst person, while all of you are involved. I don't want to talk about those who are calling out people supporting Nnamdi Kanu. If you have the right to say that Nnamdi Kanu should be tried or should be judged, then you feel Uwazuruike has no right to say that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. If I don't support Nnamdi Kanu's release, who should I support? What should I support? If you have the fundamental right to say he should not be released, I have the fundamental right to say he must be released, because the federal government has already started releasing similar people, like Ndigbo. Was I not charged with treason and treasonable felon? Am I not here? Was I not released? Was it the Supreme Court that released me? They are saying they should go back to the court, Federal High Court. To do what? To do what at Federal High Court? If you thought it was the judiciary that was supposed to release him, why didn't you release him when the Court of Appeal asked him to be released? Why didn't you leave him? Don't insult our intelligence. We are human beings. If you want to bring ethnic coloration to this, fine. Maybe it's an Igbo man. You want to hear it. Otherwise, why is Ndigbo that committed the same offense enjoying in Germany? Or maybe because his brother is not the president. Please, away with this Supreme Court nonsense.
So, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.